I'm Marilyn Kindig, and this is my mom, Mary Ann. We're here to show you today the UbD template number 1. Let's get started. We're going to use various different types of classes when we discuss this template. So if we look here under our course as we fill out stage 1, we have our subject or discipline. It could be anything in a school setting, anything related to business or to medical school. So if our subject or discipline is OBGYN and our class number is 8020, our class time frame could be 6 weeks. But if this specific class is only 1 hour, that's what we put there. Grade level then for medical student education would be grade like medical student year 1, so it would be M1. Any keywords you'd want to put in there would be next. So if we were going to discuss women's health or OBGYN or cardiology, that would be there. Our district or university organization could be our medical school name, and our school or department would be then here. So this would be Wright State University for us, and our school department would be OBGYN or Boonshoff School of Medicine. Type of school then, we might be a public or a private school. We are public, but I would click Other and put University setting. So going down the page, if we need a textbook for our class, we would put that here. There might be many textbooks we'd want to add. And then online links for the resource material. So important for our students now. So let's go down to our unit. Let's say we were going to do a unit on women's health, and we were going to do a cancer unit. So we would put here our title and our time frame. So our unit might be OBGYN endometrial or uterine cancer. Our unit time frame would be 1 hour. And where would this fit? This might be a virtual area where students can go. Our unit delivery then would be online versus face-to-face versus blended or are together. Our course design then could be a course project or planning to teach the course or part of a developing course. It's kind of depending on what you'd want to do there. And the time frame to teach might be in the first week versus the last week of their rotation or class. The subject matter expertise, I think I could be a future instructor then of this class. Let's do our unit overview. If this unit is to be given during a clerkship, which would be 3rd year versus 1st year, we might have different ideas or a big idea. That big idea is so important to get students excited or interested in what we're planning to do. So the unit overview may be GYN cancer, endometrial cancer, as we stated before, but the inspirational big idea should be something exciting and unique to each student. So we're going to teach you everything you need to know for your board exam and cancer therapy for patients in the future. Could be something big like that, and get them to buy in. Our professional organization then is always available, so we would have AAMC, the American Association of Medical Colleges, and we would put their website here, and then any competencies that they wanted us to do. There should be a website we can go for their objectives that they would like. Of course, there might be a second organization. In our OBGYN specifically, we have APCO, the American Professors of OBGYN. They have competencies here as well. We would want to list and put their website. So we get down to standards, competencies, or objectives. Which of the ones that we just put in are from the web we could add in this area? And we want to put their codes over to the left side because those codes, 1.3, 1.2, are just numbers. And it would be a code number then that we can use later when we're putting what we want the student to learn off each competency. So there could be 3 to 5, even 6 or 7 competencies, but generally 3 to 4 is the correct number. We have transfer, and transfer is going to mean what the student can take from what they've learned and use it later in life. Either close transfer, where the student is using it maybe during their medical school education, or far transfer, when they're able to go from one environment to the other and take this knowledge and use it in later life. There are 5 different ones. You should mark them with T, number 1, number 2, number 3, as many as you need for your module or learning. The next area would be meaning. We have essential questions and understanding. So meaning is that understanding that results from reflecting and analyzing this learning environment. When we're analyzing, we're thinking about what theory there may be or what other things we can use this for. The essential questions then: what should I consider long term? What things could make me just continue to think and think through these thought-provoking issues? And then understanding. What understanding should the student have? We put those in the form of a statement. The students will understand what? So an essential question then could be, why do people get uterine cancer? Why are women more at risk or not? And that is a long discussion, where the understanding then might be what women get uterine cancer, or the student will understand that women with hypertension and diabetes are more at risk for uterine cancer. So we have Q questions 1 through 5 you could use, or U understanding 1 through 5. Then we move on to acquisition. Acquisition is having the students understand what's happening, so they have the knowledge to work on things and are able to understand, and the skill. They actually can do something with that knowledge that they get. So of course we have knowledge 1 through 5 and skills 1 through 5. So knowledge is what people get uterine cancer. The student should recall that those women maybe had breast cancer and were on certain medications. And so the skill would be what we can do, what medicines we should use, how should we take care of those patients then later and in the future. So we may say the students will know that women of a certain age will get uterine cancer, or could get uterine cancer, and then skilled at an endometrial biopsy to diagnose uterine cancer. Interesting in these areas that the knowledge is a noun, the students will understand, and the skill then is a verb, the students will be able to accomplish. All right, well, that's what I have for you today. Have a great day and come back for area number 2 in our UbD.